So welcome to today's practicals video. So today we're going to discuss about the qualitative analysis of the known carbohydrate number 3, that is arabinose. So arabinose, we know it is pentose which contains 5 carbons. So let us just look into the qualitative analysis of the known carbohydrate number 3, arabinose. So these are the basic points which we generally discuss in all the classes. Okay, so the basic points to remember are carbohydrates, they end with letters OSE. For example, glucose, fructose. And then hexose are 6 carbon containing carbohydrates. Like example, we have glucose and fructose. So pentose, 5 carbon containing carbohydrates like arabinose. Then aldose, if a carbohydrate has aldehyde as a functional group, then we call it as aldose. Example, glucose. And then we have ketose. That is, keto group is the functional group in these carbohydrates. Like example, we have fructose. And then single carbohydrate moiety containing carbohydrates are called as monosaccharides. Example, glucose, fructose, arabinose. And then two carbohydrate containing moieties, that is disaccharide. Like example, we have sucrose and maltose. And then more than 10 carbohydrate moieties, for example, starch is called as a polysaccharide. And also, we have to remember that we have to either mention it as an aldo sugar or aldose, keto sugar or ketose, pento sugar or pentose. So let us look into the list of the tests that are being performed to analyze a carbohydrate qualitatively. So we have reducing sugars and we have non-reducing sugars. So first let us check with the tests that are involved to identify the reducing sugars. So first test is called as the solubility test, Mollis's test, then next is iodine test, and then next is Barford's test, Benedict's test, Felling's test, Bayal's test, Selivinov's test, and phenylhydrazine test. So, if we find out in the process that a carbohydrate is not a reducing sugar, then we go on for the process called as hydrolysis. So, if it's a reducing sugar, we get confirmed it at the step number 9. And so, for reducing sugars, we don't carry out with the process of hydrolysis. So first is the solubility test. So solubility of the substance was noted in water. If the observation is soluble in water, then the inference is absence of polysaccharides. And then second test is the Mollis's test. So after performing the Mollis's test, if you get a violet ring at the junction of the liquids, that confirms the presence of carbohydrates. And then next test is called as the iodine test. So arabinose, we know that it's not a polysaccharide. So when you do the iodine test, no characteristic reaction is observed. So that shows the absence of polysaccharides. And then Barford's test. So Barford's test, we know it is to find out whether a given carbohydrate is a monosaccharide or not. So arabinose is a monosaccharide. So we will get a brick red colored precipitate that is formed, which will settle like a big dot at the bottom of the test tube. So that confirms the presence of monosaccharides. Benedict's test. To 3 ml of the Benedict's reagent, 8 drops of the sugar solution is added and heated in a boiling water bath for 2 minutes. So if the color changes to blue if the color changes from blue to green to yellow to orange or to red, depending upon the concentration of the sugars, the inference is the presence of reducing sugars. And then Felling's test. This test is also performed to find out if a carbohydrate is a reducing sugar or not. So if a reddish brown precipitate is formed, that confirms the presence of reducing sugars. And then Bayal's test. So we know very well that Bayal's test is performed to find out if a particular carbohydrate is a pentose or not, 5 carbon containing compound or not. So if emerald green color is observed in the experimentation process, we confirm the presence of pentose. So we give the inference as presence of pentose. And then Selivanov's test. So Selivanov's test is identified is used to identify whether a keto sugar is present or not. So arabinose is not a keto sugar. So we see the observation as no characteristic reaction is obtained. So that shows the absence of ketose. Phenyl hydrogen test. So phenyl hydrogen test is almost a confirmatory test for the all the carbohydrates that we are carrying out. So for arabinose, we get a dense ball-shaped crystals. Okay, within 25 to 30 minutes of the experimentation. So that confirms the presence of arabinose. So how do we report arabinose? So the given known carbohydrate was qualitatively analyzed and reported as it's a monosaccharide, reducing sugar, pentose, then arabinose. Okay, so these are the points that have to be understood if you're going to qualitatively analyze the arabinose. So we'll meet you in the next video with the qualitative analysis of a disaccharide, that is maltose, in the next class.